Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Nathan.
Welcome to episode 200 of Adventures and Mouscapades. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
We're starting this one off with a bang.
Oh, yeah.
Alicia did some co-pilot work here. This says, welcome back to Adventures and Mouscapades, where every story is sprinkled with pixie dust and every episode is a journey into the heart of Disney magic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Disney copy right there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Alicia, what are we talking about today?
Well, today's episode is extra special because we are celebrating 200 episodes.
Good grief.
That is 200 stories, 200 laughs, or maybe a little more.
A few more.
200 moments of magic shared with you, our incredible listeners. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or just hopped on board the monorail now, we are so glad that you are here.
So grab your Mickey ears, maybe a churro or a Dole Whip, and let's take a stroll down memory lane, peek behind the curtain, and dream about what's next. After all, this is Adventures and Mouscapades, episode 200, a celebration of magic, milestones, and mouscapades, and other things that begin with the letter M.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Well, before we get too far into this, I also want to take just a half a second and acknowledge that this is the first time that we have recorded an episode for like our mainline feed, like in real time in like almost 3 months. Because Alicia went off and decided to go have open heart surgery.
I decided to. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay, well, needed to have open heart surgery.
There we go.
Back at the end of August. And so we had banked a whole bunch of episodes leading up to that. Mm-hmm. And we are back. We are live. It is Friday, October 24th at 6:20 p.m. as I spout these words into a microphone, and they're captured digitally and then recorded, and then I'll edit it later, and then it'll go up on Monday. Anyway, welcome back, Alicia.
Thank you. I didn't go very far.
Okay, fair enough.
I've been here the whole time.
I see what you did there, Samurai. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's good to be back in the groove. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you are doing so incredibly well. And let's do an episode, shall we?
All right.
All right, where do you want to start this?
Origin story?
The origin story? Once upon a time.
Once upon a podcast.
Ah, I see what you did there.
It all started with a microphone, a dream, and a deep love for Disney storytelling.
Oh, God, you've got to get off the co-pilot crack.
How did this start?
We kept having all of these conversations about what was going on in the wonderful world of Disney. And
TM.
TM. And you said, we should just record these and do a podcast. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay. And proceeded to go buy some microphones and a podcast recorder and talk to some friends who are music engineers and figure out how the heck to do this. And yeah, almost 4 years later, here we are.
Yeah, it was all to help with your tech obsession.
That's right. I needed more excuses to buy more gadgets. So for that, I thank you. Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Have all the gadgets.
I think we weren't exactly sure entirely what we would do. Like, we knew we'd do trip reports. Like, we'd go through our back catalog and figure maybe that's it. We'll just go through our trips.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of that.
We have.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, oh no, we're going to run out of trip reports. We better figure out something else to do with this show. Mm-hmm. And quickly that pivoted into, when the heck are we going to have time to finish all of our old trip reports?
Yeah.
I think it took us like 2.5, almost 3 years to get through all of our back catalog of travel. So
yep.
we did pretty good coming up with some other ideas of things to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, we've navigated the ever-changing Disney landscape of terminology.
Yeah.
Fast Pass to Genie Plus to Lightning Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about Bob, and then we talked about Bob replacing Bob, and now we're talking about a post-Bob era that seems to be coming soon.
It should be.
It's going to come eventually.
Yeah.
By the way, we're talking about the CEO. We went from Iger to Chapek to Iger again, and now we're looking at Josh? Question mark?
I don't know.
We'll see.
There's a couple different options.
Indeed, there are.
Obviously. I mean,
Well, yeah.
yeah. Biggest lessons learned?
Mm.
I can't keep my volume consistent. That's the biggest lesson learned. That is a point of contention for you, my dear.
I love you.
I love you too.
Wait, could you say that a little louder?
No.
No, okay, great. For me, I think it is continually how long it takes to put an episode together after we've recorded it. And that is simply a matter of me being a wee little bit of a perfectionist and not knowing when to say when. And so I will start on an edit and I will trim ums and pauses and all sorts of things and try to strike a balance between making it seem conversational versus just letting it naturally flow, which is going to have some ums and some weird pauses. For every hour that we record, it is a good 2 to 3 of me sitting with my computer and working on it to get that episode finalized. And then figuring out what we're going to do for the episode picture, putting a YouTube video together and all the rest of that stuff. Like it takes time. I think the best way I could encapsulate all this is you and I were talking a little while ago. I think this was right after your surgery. We were all back home, and Sterling, our son, for those who are new, he's 14. His computer and his that he uses to do some schoolwork and let's just be honest and play a couple games here and there was just running dog slow. And I thought to myself, and I think I said to you, like, maybe I should just give him my desktop because it's not like I'm using that anymore. And it's a pretty decent gaming machine. Now it's, almost 6 years old now, but it's still a really good computer. Should be great for that stuff. And you said, well, what's the downside? I was like, well, no real downside. Like I don't play flight simulator stuff anymore. And you said, well, why don't you do flight sim stuff anymore? I was like, well, because you had a great idea of starting a podcast. And that's where all my free time went. So,
as I see all your flight simulator stuff behind you there.
Oh, I haven't given it up. It's just, I haven't played it. I still have all the hardware. It looks great on the shelf.
Yes, it does.
Thankfully, I have dust covers for everything. But it takes more time. But it's fine. It's a good thing. I love all the stories we get to tell. I love the amazing people we've met.
Yep.
It's pretty incredible.
I think biggest lesson learned for me is I love doing this very much. And every once in a while I think about, why don't we do like video or something like that or vlogging? And I'm like, well, we're good at talking if we have a script in front of us.
Yeah.
But all the vloggers are very much narrating their lives, and we do not do that.
We do not. We do not do that.
I am not a great conversationalist, and here we are walking over to Frontierland. No, I can't do that. I'm just going to walk. We'll just go there.
Yeah, I don't want to necessarily talk about how amazing this piece of chicken or something like that looks from some food booth at Food and Wine Festival and talk about all the different flavors. I just want to go like, oh, that's pretty. Man, it tastes great too. All right, next.
Yes.
Like, and that is not going to be compelling on YouTube.
No. And we've had our discussions on food before and talking about it. And my descriptions are crap. It's like, it tastes really good. It's juicy. It's tasty. I would get this again. That is my that is my descriptions.
Yeah. So, our podcast episodes, they are on YouTube, but it's just a static image because there's a lot of folks who listen to podcasts on YouTube. So
Yep.
we are trying to be available wherever your podcasts are sold. Sure. We'll go with that. What have you kind of discovered, Alicia? Like, what's one thing that you've, you talked about like a lesson learned, but what's a surprising thing that you've learned about, this process or other people or Disney, Anna, or maybe even just yourself? Like, what's surprising you?
I'm crap at social media.
Wow. You could try to be positive.
No. I know I am. Like, I have all these grand designs of what I want to do, and I just cannot pull the trigger on it. And I'm not good at that portion of it. I'm fine with talking with folks and speaking about things, but the other parts of it, I'm not. And I wish I was. I wish I could just go and do like a post a day or something like that. I'm just I don't know how to do it.
The number of times that we have started a social media calendar.
Yeah.
And then that's gone out the window within a couple, 2-3 weeks is hilarious.
Yeah. Just getting all the content together and figuring out what to do.
Yeah.
Like, we have all these wonderful little videos and photos and stuff that we do. And I don't know, I guess I could just post pictures. That's something at least. But I feel like it needs to be more. Maybe it doesn't need to be more. I don't know.
No, I don't think it needs to be a lot more.
Yeah.
I encourage you to keep trying.
I think the problem is I'm not good at it, like making it look pretty. And that bothers the heck out of me because I can tell you if something looks good or does not look good. But getting myself to make it look good, I can't seem to do that. I do not have the creative knowledge to do it, but I definitely have opinions on if it looks good or not.
You have a vision, but you don't know how to execute.
Yes. Yeah.
Keep trying. You'll get there. You'll get there. For me, I've discovered that reaching out to somebody and saying, hey, I have this podcast. Would you be interested in talking with us? Opens so many doors.
Yeah.
And is such a great crowbar to not just open a conversation with a stranger, but open a conversation with a stranger from the position of us being relative introverts. It's really, really amazing. There are so many guests that we've had on that I am just flabbergasted that we've had on.
Yeah.
And there's no way you couldn't just go broach and have a conversation with some of these folks without having at least something to rely on.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to, it's not that they're mean or don't care. It's just they're busy. So it's been a really amazing framework. I've loved that. And I've been very surprised at how, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but like, I actually like it. Like, I've really enjoyed getting to know lots of different people in all of the interviews. And yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself.
Yeah. I mean, we've cold contacted a couple of folks and had people come on, and it's just amazing that we get to do that.
Yeah.
And that they'll talk to us. There's been some that haven't panned out, unfortunately, but that's okay too.
Yeah. We've still tried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Joe Rohde, we're still ready and available if you ever get the moment.
I haven't reached out directly to him.
We did talk to him in person,
We
though.
did. We gave him our card, but actually contacting him, I haven't done that.
The time may have passed.
Because yes, I'm sure it has. I don't know his stuff, his email. Sorry.
He's on Instagram.
Yes, he is.
Do you have any highlights from the past 199 episodes that stick out in your brain?
I really like talking with other podcasters.
Huh.
I think that is really fun. Just hearing their stories and their trips and how they see things or their experiences, I should say.
Yeah.
And it may sound weird, but they know how to talk.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes it goes a little more smoothly that way.
It does make a little bit of a difference with some people that they're just more comfortable talking.
Not to say that folks that don't do podcasts
Right.
are not good guests, because they definitely are. But no, I think it's fun just talking with folks that are doing the same type of thing that we are, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Is there anything that stands out in your mind?
I'm scrolling back through kind of our episode list here. I think talking to Rob Lott was amazing. The Disney performer, well, not just Disney, but like his take on life in general is fantastic. With you, like the talking with all of the other podcasters that we've gotten a chance to talk to has just been absolutely fantastic. It has given us a whole new just a perspective on what we're doing when we're in the parks or when we're on a cruise. We're paying more attention to things. I really love that perspective, and it doesn't really feel like a job. It does sometimes if we've let our schedule get away from us, and we're having to record and then edit and do everything on like a Sunday afternoon to get everything posted by midnight. That sometimes I question our choices. I don't know how people who put multiple episodes out a week do it and still have other full-time jobs. That's insane to me.
I can tell you.
Yeah, they hire out.
They hire out, they have a set schedule, and they don't edit.
Yeah. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We're still really small.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get a few hundred downloads a week. There's a lot of folks who join and then go through back catalog and stuff like that. So, if I look at the last few, like couple months of episodes, we're 100 to 200 range, somewhere in there of downloads per episode. So it's not like a ton of people, and therefore, it's not that we need a revenue stream. But if I'm going to hire out, I need a revenue stream to
I don't think we need to hire out. No.
No, you don't think we need to hire out. I just need to do nothing else other than podcast and work. No. But I think the episode that I'm perhaps most proud of is the one that we did about a week and a half after you had surgery. How you shared your perspectives and your outlook on everything, and you shared what was going on from the heart. And I hope that can really help other people who may be going through similar things, an aortic aneurysm or really any kind of open heart surgery or major surgery of any kind. You have such a great perspective on things, and I loved that episode. I think it was a great chance to connect. One special. And I think we had my dad on too a couple summers ago, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
But honestly, like all of our guests have been fantastic.
Yes. We've had about 45 different guests on the show.
Yeah.
And I think 7 or 8 of them have been repeat guests. But yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I love talking with folks about their experiences, about their trips, about their thoughts and dreams and anything Disney and some epic universe too.
Yeah.
You said you had some stats in front of you.
Yeah, I do.
What are our most downloaded episodes, most listened to episodes?
We evidently are the source, and this goes true on our direct downloads and on YouTube too. By far, our most popular episode is 172, our DVC resort review of Aulani.
Oh,
like we have over 300 episodes or 300 downloads of that. And I want to say it's I don't know. It's like 100 download or 100 views or something like that on YouTube. Again, we're small potatoes, folks.
Yes.
Our total cumulative downloads is creeping up on 18,000. Just for comparison, I know DCL Duo is about a year-ish older than us in terms of their podcast. They do multiple episodes a week.
Yes.
And they have a sponsorship from a travel agency. So there's a lot of stuff going through, but they're fantastic and they get themselves out there and they do a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And Brian quipped, I don't know, I want to say it was a month or so ago that they're closing in on 1 million total downloads. So like just perspective, everybody. Like we are small potatoes. You know, we always joked when we first started. It was like, "Hi, Mom." You know, it's moms and cousins at this point, and some friends. But you know, we're not huge, but that's okay. That's not what we're in here to do.
There's others. It's not just family.
Yes, exactly. So Aulani Resort Review is big. The second spot is tied, 186. The Disney Wonder of Alaska, which was a fairly recent episode with Amy, who's one of our listeners. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
That is episode 186, and it is tied for second place with 195 downloads, and that one just came out a couple months ago. So like it's pretty recent. And then we also have our big D23 recap show from last year, last summer with Scott Gustin.
Nice.
Is also there tied for second place. So and then our episode 59 about Plan Disney with Amy Adams, not that Amy Adams, the other Amy Adams, the one we know.
Disney.
Yeah, Plan Disney is Amy Adams, not the Disney actress Amy Adams. Although they're very similar. I've never seen the two of them in the same room at the same time. So
This is true.
You never know. That one's up there. And then our first episode on the Disney Treasure is up there as well. So I will say that over half, 52% of all of our listeners are listening on Apple Podcasts. And then 14% is on Overcast and just 8% is on Spotify, which is interesting. I have heard Spotify was a much bigger thing, but it is, well, at least for us, it's not as huge. Amazon Music is up there, and then just listening on our webpage is up there too. So, hello, fellow iPhone users. I mean, because Overcast is only on iPhone, so between
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's 52% directly on Apple Podcasts and 14% on Overcast. So that's math 66%. Is on the Apple ecosystem. So welcome, Blue Bubble family.
There you go. How do we plan episodes? Kind of go behind the mousecapades here.
Oh boy,
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah, we spin the wheel. We come up with ideas. We have a big backlog of just show ideas of people we've talked to, folks that we want to reach out to. We use a kind of a project planning tool called Trello. It has a bunch of cards on what it calls boards. Think of these as big columns. And we just throw out all of our ideas into the first column, which is aptly named ideas. I know, we're original.
Yep.
And then once we kind of bubble that out of the ideation phase, yes, big PME word there, it goes into the coming soon category, which basically means it's going to be in fruition. This is our plan of what we're going to be doing. Then we'll have in production. That is stuff that has been recorded and needs me to go edit it and all sorts of stuff. And then we have done. And that is fairly self-descriptive, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, we have all sorts of ideas that we both come up with, and lots of people that we want to get interviews with or have said they're interested. And we'll get around. We have a couple folks who are we are hot on their heels and trying to get them on. Some have had some blocking issues with being allowed to come on a podcast, but we're working through those. And I don't know what you wanted me to say here. We just plan.
No,
we come up with ideas.
We come up with ideas. We always talk about our trips that we're going on or that we have recently gone on, and we always like to talk to you all too. We like to hear about your trips.
Absolutely.
So if you have any recent, let us know. We'd love to chat with you on how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We occasionally, it had been quarterly. I think we've missed one or two, but we'll do what we call our quarterly news reviews, or QDRs, quarterly Disney review, just kind of recapping what's been going on in the House of Mouse. You know, we've loved keeping up with Scott Gustin, especially around the D23s and talking about what's going on there. If you don't follow Scott, he's primarily on Twitter, although he does cross-post over on Threads every once in a while too. Just a fantastic, very well-grounded, very well-sourced news source for what's going on from Disney. And we have lots of current and former cast members that we want to go talk to and show ideas on, you know, not just our own trips, but other people's trips. We'll put pins into things like a specific event is happening. And so we'll put a date in there and we know we want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just kind of wing it to a certain degree.
We do a bit of everything. We do some planning. There's spontaneity. It's all over the place. It's like a regular Disney trip.
Yeah. And then when it comes down to doing interviews, we've recently started to have Copilot help us out a little bit in terms of coming up with questions. And I will say they have been very well aligned to the stuff that we had been asking anyway. And of course, we add to it. We kind of have a format.
We'll give a template out. Yeah. We'll give a template, say, here's what we have.
Right. Well, and we also will just add and tweak as needed because we know we want to start off with what's your Disney background and kind of give people context of what we're talking about and then dive in. If it's a trip report, oftentimes we'll go kind of chronologically through that trip. If it's somebody's first time being on the podcast, Alicia is going to grill them with her Disney faves and torture test. And, you know, it's a little bit templatized, but I think that structure helps guide the conversation. And one thing that we always talk to whoever we're interviewing is say, hey, this is an informal conversation. Yes, we have some questions written out that we want to get to, but the order that we get to them in is kind of up to the flow of the conversation. Yeah. It helps us not let the conversation die or get stagnant or kind of go too far off the rails. But we're also very happy to go off those rails and take tangents wherever they fit in. So,
What's next?
That's a great question. This is the last thing and coming soon. So I have no idea what we're doing next week yet.
No. I didn't mean I meant for the future.
The future. More of the same. I mean, in a good way. I love that we're still doing our DVC resort reviews. We have several of those that we still want to do. We have some kind of formats that we have started to do, like, hey, let's design kind of games, if you will. Like, what's our perfect day at this park or that park? Or we did the golden tickets. We have another run through the golden tickets that we want to do and kind of up the ante, if you will, and try to make that much more difficult on ourselves to figure out what we would choose. And hopefully you guys at home or in your car or wherever you're listening to this enjoy those kind of things. And we have trip reports. We've got a cruise ourselves coming up here in just a few
Couple
weeks.
Yeah.
In mid-November. We've got another cruise that we're taking Sterling on this time in February over the midwinter break. We have a trip to Anaheim coming up in April for spring break, and Sterling has an event down there as well. And then we've got a big family trip once the kids are both out of school, or be it 8th grade or college, in June. And we're going to Florida and can't wait to see all of our friends down there and do some time in the parks. We have just an incredible opportunity to have the 4th of July spent at the Polynesian in a bungalow.
Yep.
And that is the 250th anniversary of the United States.
Yep.
And that will be a fireworks show for the ages. We will have lots of our friends over and family as well. We are very excited about that. We're also squeezing a cruise in on the brand new Disney Destiny. That
Which
will be
is going out in just a couple of weeks here.
Yeah, exactly. But that'll be our first time on the Destiny, and we happened to snag the time worked out for a 7-night itinerary on there. The Destiny's primarily doing, I think, 4s and 5s, or 5s and 6s, or something like that.
With a couple 7 nights,
There's a couple 7s, and that worked out. So we're really excited about that. It's an Eastern Caribbean, but it's actually going to St. Maarten, which Disney hasn't gone to in a long time. Yeah. We did visit St. Maarten in, I think, our second ever cruise.
Was that where we did the regatta?
Yes, that's where we did the 12-meter America's Cup sailing yacht regatta. You better believe I am interested in doing that again. I'm really excited for what's coming up here in the next year. And we have all sorts of surprises planned, and if we told you about what those are, they wouldn't be a surprise anymore. So
I don't even know what we're talking about here. Oh my goodness.
Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of what's next, at least from my perspective. Mm-hmm. Did I miss anything that you're thinking of?
No. I mean, there's always stuff we could talk about and figure out if there's stuff we want to do. Listeners, if there's anything you want us to talk about or any ideas you have, please let us know.
Yeah. Alicia, do you have kind of a vision for what you want the next 100 episodes, the next 2 years roughly to look like?
I want to talk with more people.
Yeah.
I want to visit the parks and go on cruises and talk about those.
Okay.
There we go. That's it.
Sounds like a plan. I think we could do that.
Yes.
We can absolutely do that. Well, that is your call to action, everybody. We really want to hear from you. Please reach out. Just like Amy, you could dethrone Amy as our number 2 podcast ever. Like, come on, she just reached out. You know, we're always looking for people to come on. You could be that next contestant here on The Price is Right. This is not The Price is Right.
No.
But
$1.
But no, seriously, come on. We love hearing your stories. We love talking with you. We love getting a chance to meet with you. And please reach out to us. Podcast at ourmouscapades.com is how to reach us, or hit us up on socials. We will get back to you. I know Alicia's not good at social media, but I'll make sure that we don't let those DMs
do reply
go
to
unanswered.
folks, though.
Okay, fair enough. You do.
Yeah,
You do.
Instagram, Facebook, put a note on there. We'll respond.
Yeah. And of course, don't forget to leave reviews. Please join our community. We're thinking about some community things that we may start doing. We just have to have time to think through all these things. And this weekend is probably not that weekend to go do that, because we have all sorts of stuff to do this weekend.
We do.
Yeah.
Life
gets busy. Well, with all that, please just remember that we are here for you. Please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you on social media or an email, podcast@ourmouscapades.com. You can follow us on socials. We're at Our Mouscapades pretty much everywhere. Again, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and YouTube. And of course, don't forget to leave a rating and a review in your podcast app. That really does help the algorithm send people our way.
Thank you for listening. We'll be in your ears next week.
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.